Hello everyone, and welcome to Nursing 471. It's a writing intensive course specific to the concepts of leadership and management. My name is Dr. Amy Piantek, and I'm going to be your course faculty for the next 8 weeks. So I wanted to go over a few things with you about this course. So consider this your course orientation. Up on the column here under announcements, I will be posting weekly announcements that review certain concepts if things needed to be further developed, or if maybe during this discussion board there was something that was brought up that I need to address. I will do that in the announcement section. Additionally, weekly I will go through the course schedule for what you are going to be doing for that week, as well as any information for the weeks to come. So please check the announcements tab when you come into the course to see if there are any new announcements for the course. I also have the announcements linked to go off into the email system. So when I post an announcement, you will see that an announcement was posted within the course. You'll receive an email notification of that. Oftentimes, students are not able to click on a video, for example, on their phone. They will have to actually access the course in order to access that video. So I just wanted to let all of you know that. So the next tab is the faculty tab. And when you access that tab, it gives the information of my email address, the work number. The office location is at the McKendree campus in Lebanon, Illinois, but I do teach primarily off campus. So when we schedule for an office meeting, it will be through a Zoom link. So I don't have set office hours because everybody has very different schedules. So in order to meet each of your needs, just send me an email with a date and a time that works for you that you would like to meet, and I will create a Zoom link and we can meet that way. With that being said, there are some times when I have meetings, we might have in-services, that sort of thing on campus, so I may not be able to meet at your specific time, but if that happens, I will, of course, respond to you, to your email rather. So the phone number, the work number, is actually linked to my cell phone. So if you need to get a hold of me after hours, you can simply just call this number and it will ring to my cell phone. If for any reason you need to fax a document to me, the fax number is listed here. Just make sure that you make the document attention to me, Dr. Amy Piantek, so that way it makes it into my mailbox. We at the nursing division share the fax, and it just makes it easier for our student worker to file that document to the appropriate faculty member. The next section that I wanted to review with you is the syllabus rubrics and assignments area. So when you click on the syllabus addendum, it's going to give you just a one-page, we'll go ahead and click into that, a one-page form that I would like for you to read. It talks about late assignments, how you should submit assignments, and in the event that there's a Blackboard outage. So please take time to read through this. This is something that's very specific to me for this course that I would like for everyone to review. The next item that I wanted you to review is the course syllabus, and when you go into the course and you click on this link, it will bring you up here to the syllabus. And I just wanted to emphasize the importance of you reading through this syllabus. And at the very end, it discusses evaluation methods. So this is how the points are earned. There's 104.5 points available for this course, and this is the breakdown of the points for this course. So most of the points will come from this final paper. And there are no quizzes, there are no tests, there are no group projects. for this course. So majority of the points, like I said, come from the final paper. Discussion boards, there's going to be 7 discussion boards for this course. And the learning exercises are each worth 2.5 points, and there are 6 of those, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to bring your attention to the syllabus. Please make sure that you read the syllabus as well as the syllabus addendum. The textbooks that we will be using, it is imperative that everyone have an APA manual. This is necessary in order to have correct APA citation. It also reviews proper grammar and proper punctuation. So I would suggest, if you have not purchased this already, to find one to either borrow or perhaps purchase one if you have not done so already. And then the required text for this course is Leadership Roles and Management Functions in Nursing, Theory and Application by Bessie Markey and Carol Huston. This is the 9th edition, which is a brand new edition. So for any of you who have the 8th edition, unfortunately, that is one that we will not be using. So all of the exercises and page numbers, that all comes from the new edition. The next item is rubrics. So when you click on this, there are 2 rubrics we use for this course. We use the discussion board rubric. So if you want to maximize your points on the discussion board, please make sure that you review the rubric prior to posting your discussion board responses. And then the rubric for the lit review, this is the CUSIN paper that's worth 50 points. So these are the only 2 rubrics that we will be using for this course. And then one other item is the activities and assignments. I have attached a Word document here, so if you want to click on it and then you can download it and print it, you can certainly do that. Or I have copied and pasted the document here, so if you want a quick access on what is due for the week, you can simply access this through that tab. So for Module 1, Week 1, which is the week that we're in, you're going to be reading chapters 1 through 3 of your text. There is, and we'll go into the discussion board so I can show you, introduction tab where I want everyone to post an introduction of themselves. And I'll give you, we'll go in there and I'll show you specifically what it is that I would like for everyone to post. There is a learning exercise due. It's learning exercise 1.14 in your text. And then, of course, discussion board question 1 will be due for this first module. And as you go down, you will see each module is broken up. So again, the points per assignment, just refer to that syllabus. And with my grading policy, I grade discussion questions and exercises within 1 week of a due date. So if you turn items in, say, for example, 2 weeks before they're due, I won't start actually grading those until the day that they're due. So I just hope that everyone realizes that I like to stay on target. I don't mind if you work ahead, but just make sure that you understand that if you turn something in really early and we're in the previous week, I'm going to stay focused on that week's work and then start grading for the next week, which obviously I grade as things are turned in. So it's a first come, first serve kind of thing. So if you are early, you will be one of the first ones to get that grade for that assignment for that week. Larger papers and larger assignments may take 2 weeks to grade, but when we get into the introduction and the literature review drafts that you will be submitting prior to your final paper, I will make sure I have your drafts graded and sent back to you in enough time to where you can make corrections before you submit the final draft. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into our modules. We'll go into the first module. So you'll just click in modules and click on module 1. So I have the objectives for the week, the activities for the week. The PowerPoints, they are meant just to supplement your learning. They're not required for you to review them, but I just They come directly from the publisher. So if you want to review the PowerPoints, you are certainly welcome to, but it's not a requirement. It's just simple. It's just simply a supplementation. And then you'll see the introduction link here. I'll access that actually through the discussion board tab. You'll see the learning exercise 1.14. So you will go into the text and complete that exercise, and you'll submit the exercise here in this tab, and you'll do that through a Word document. And then of course we have discussion question 1 here. So let's go ahead and go into the discussion board real quickly. So I have a questions for an instructor. So if you have any questions about the course that are not personal, like your grade, or if you need, if there was an emergency that had occurred in your family and you need some time, that sort of thing, that all needs to be sent through an email. But if you have just a general question about the course or a general question about the assignment, you can certainly post a question here and I'll respond to that. The student lounge is an area that if you want to communicate with your peers, you can do that. I don't really check the student lounge. I have noticed in years past that sometimes students will post the question for the instructor in the student lounge. So sometimes I will just kind of go in and take a peek and make sure I'm not missing anything. The introductions for this week, I would like for everyone to introduce yourself to me and to the rest of the class. Let us know any personal information you want to share. Professional information and current position I would like for you to include. This is specific to the facility where you work, and this comes into play because in 472, you're going to be following a preceptor, which will be within your institution. So I need that information so I can start processing where you're going to be completing your practicum for 472. So please make sure you do that. I will go in and change that. So you will need to post your introduction by January 20th, 2019 by 11:59. And then go into the discussion board for Module 1 and just follow these instructions. So that way you can maximize your points. I have the due date, so your initial post is due every Thursday for discussion boards, and your response posts are due on Sunday. For your initial post, you need to make sure you are including a scholarly peer-reviewed article that supports your post. You must include this article in your post and describe how this article supports your post. You also need to provide a reference citation at the end of your post using APA formatting. At the completion of your initial post, please include your name, and your initial post must be at least 250 words in length. For each of your response posts, please address your peer by his or her first name and conclude with your name. So we're really tapping in on that professionalism. Like when you send emails, for example, anytime you respond to anyone, always make sure that you address the person that you're sending your email to, or your discussion board in this case, and always make sure that you are ending with your name. So for each response post, you must post at least 100 words in length, and so on and so forth. So every week I will review with you the course assignments. When you go into my grades, this is important. This is your grade book. Okay, so it lists all of the assignments that are due for the course, including discussion boards, and the point values. So as you submit your assignment into the assignment tab, you're going to actually see a yellow circle with an exclamation point. That is your indication that you have successfully submitted your assignment. So every time you go in and submit an assignment, not so much discussion board because you'll be able to see that in the discussion board threads, but when you submit an assignment, please go back into your My Grades and check to make sure that it is there. I think that pretty much covers everything. I will be in touch with you again next week, and if you have any questions for me, please do not hesitate to email me. Thank you so much and take care.